Ryan Poles ripped this thing down last season, and he's doing everything now in order to keep his promises for the future. Yes, he hasn't taken the North back yet. Yes, his team is 4-19 over the last 2 seasons for him so far. But could you turn this thing around with what he had to deal with from Ryan Pace? Today, I am going to break down why you should still believe in Ryan Poles. And he will bring success to this franchise sooner than you know it. Hello, welcome back to this episode of Just Another Year Chicago. My name is Nick Brody. Thank you as always for tuning in. Yes, I still stand with Ryan Poles. He has a plan, and that is exactly what he's doing. I'm going to break down the whys of why Ryan Poles is doing a great job with this franchise so far, despite what is being saw on the field so far. Please hit the like button on this video, put your thoughts in the comment section below, and if you haven't already, if you please could hit that subscribe button. And thank you all for 7,000 subscribers. I can't believe we're already here. It's been great years so far and can't wait to meet more of you. So let's go into why I think Ryan Poles is the perfect GM for the Chicago Bears. Let's start off with what he's done so far. His current record is 4-19 since becoming a general manager last year. Not great. He had hired an entirely new coaching staff for Matt Eberflus. Also not going great so far. But he has reset the entire checkbook of the Chicago Bears. One reason why he's doing a great job so far. And what did he tell us? This would be at least a 3-year rebuild. We're barely scratching in year 2 right now. Guys are developing, guys are showing their potential, and this team is very young right now. And the guys out there that are technically veterans in this league are performing very well, like TJ Edwards, Tremaine Edmonds, Andrew Billings, Nate Davis. Everyone else, very young on this roster. So let's talk about what he got from Ryan Pace. Ryan Pace was the general manager of the Chicago Bears for 7 seasons. He had an overall record of 48-65. Pace only made the playoffs twice, exiting in the first round every time. And he was a spending nightmare. We never had money to go out and get people in free agency, potentially make a trade without even eating up more cap. And he had no idea how to manage a cap. Tons of bad contracts. John Fox, his first head coach, in the 3 years he was head coach, had a 14-34 record. Pace also had 6 separate starting quarterbacks that he brought in as potential starters. Endless mistakes like Nick Foles, like Mike Glennon, even though I don't blame Foles entirely, but Mike Glennon, good Lord, trading away picks, trading up for Mitchell Trubisky, who, again, not his fault, but my God, terrible decisions by Ryan Pace. So Poles had, walking into Halas Hall, negative cap because of contracts like Akeem Hicks, who was always injured, and AJ, Danny Trevathan, same ordeal, Khalil Mack, same ordeal, and Allen Robinson, who just didn't want to play for this team anymore. And the list goes on and on. And the number one thing, Poles didn't even have a first-round pick in his first NFL draft. Nothing. The guy had nothing because of Ryan Pace. So what has he done in a year and a quarter with what Pace offered him? He's only had one starting quarterback in Justin Fields, who has shown complete flashes of what this can be, and especially with the team he's put around him. His coaches just absolutely suck. Shout out Luke Getsy. He's had 1 season to evaluate the talent that he has drafted and had on the roster. He has hit on / kept and signed to extensions Justin Fields, Darnell Wright, DJ Moore, Nate Davis, Cole Kmet, Jalen Johnson, Tevin Jenkins, Jaquan Brisker, Kyler Gordon, Tremaine Edmonds, TJ Edwards, Andrew Billings, Javon Dexter Sr., Yannick Ngakoue, Jack Sanborn, Terrell Smith, Tyreek Stevenson, and I could keep going. You have a 53-man roster. 22 of those guys are going to be starters. And above that, he has 17 high potential guys that I just named, or 14 of them are starters. Very young starters, by the way. And the veterans on that, they're all performing. 0 bad contracts on the books, and they can be dumped easily if he had to. And he also turned last year's number 1 pick into wide receiver DJ Moore, right tackle Darnell Wright, another potential number 1 overall pick from the Carolina Panthers at the moment, and some extra second rounder. His lone roster mistake, in my opinion, was Chase Claypool. Young GM, he had to learn. And his coaches, we know they suck. They're not the answer. You don't think Poles is building something for himself? Had a couple fillers for a few years because he didn't want to bring in a good coach, and now he's going to go out and get the best coach possible, and this team is going to be unstoppable next year? Yes, I am all about the script, and I think he's doing it. We gave Ryan Pace 2 coaches. Guess what? We're going to do the same thing with Ryan Poles. And the Bears still have the number 1 cap next year entering free agency. Our team on roster paper is a ton better. This coach, not unlocking that. But that's okay because the guys that matter are on multiple year contracts. And when we bring in whoever is going to be the head coach next year, this team is going to look entirely different. I'm not giving up on Ryan Poles. I think that he's done a fantastic job so far, set this team up for success. And again, when he was in Kansas City, he already had a GM ahead of him that was building something when Poles got there. Poles had to do the exact same thing, and he's going to lead a lot of success like the Chiefs are currently having. It's going to happen in Chicago. Pump the brakes. Trust Ryan Poles. It's all going to be okay. Put your thoughts in the comment section below. But with that, thank you very much for joining this episode of Just Another Year Chicago. My name is Nick Rohde, and as always, bear down.